First down, here's the run with Cook. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
80 weapon. Hey, Foxtrot. Get it.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mannion. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. Throwing is Mannion. And that is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check 50, check 50. Check.
Go.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Let's go now.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 38.
Whip.
Leo.
Hey, watch it.
Ready?
They run the counter with Cook. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
You ain't doing nothing today. General West.
He's coming, double up. Mike 55, Mike 55.
They run again on first down, Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now on 2nd and 13. Mannion going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
Kill. Turn up.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Rosen. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And now look at him go. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Mike Gesicki, 81 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Mannion. And that is incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
At the 37-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Balaj. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Got a man, it's complete. Williams. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. Rosen on 1st and 10. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Rosen now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Again, it's Rosen. He's got it to Williams. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Middle. Pilot, 64.
They'll run here with Blanche. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Yeah, he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. That's complete, right around the 8. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's a run with Ballage. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
After the interception, here's Rosen. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. On first down, Cook. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 1-yard line.
2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Back to throw now in his own end zone. The open man is Smith. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
10 Lobo.
First and 10.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Coming to you, coming to you. Switch, switch, switch. Check 3, check 3.
6-6, pull it high.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Mannion. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught at the 25. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This is caught, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 24-yard touchdown, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. And we got it.
Here's Rosen to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Middle. Bravo.
54, right there. 54, Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch.
Rosen will throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. There for the sack, Everson Griffin. On fourth down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you're all looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On 2nd and 9, Rosen, and he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Daniil Hunter showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
80 weapons. 54, come on. Check. Watch it. Alert. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Hey, Haywood.
Third and long here for Rosen. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. 23 yards on the play.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On first down, it's Rosen. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Right there, 54, right there. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. 54's Mike.
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, but it'll be second down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, shoot.
They want to go to the air again with Rosen. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker there to make the grab. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
At their own 25-yard line.
Mentioned they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulders.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
132 fighter.
On play action, they'll throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Check it back.
General West. Look at me. Zipper. Check the car. Hey, orbit. Shoot.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Going deep for Diggs. It got his man complete. That goes for a gain of 31. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mannion. Into the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at their 48-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I got you. I got you.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Come on.
On 3rd down, Rosen. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Topper! Fight!
Throwing is Mannion. And this is Cook with the grab. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Charles Harris just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Another try after the first down sack. Mannion. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jerome Baker able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. There he goes, left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Check 24, check 24.
On 1st down, Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Inside give to Ham, the fullback. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
61, matchbox lights.
Kill.
Ready.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I got you.
80.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. Parker unable to get that one.
Ready. 30 base.
The Vikings
Check.
first and 10
No.
at their own 21-yard line.
Let's go.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
55, my God, 55. Here we go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mannion. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away.
Got it. Watching you five. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Hey, wahoo!
55.
Here's Mannion. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
We own them.
They'll set up a throw. And he's able to find Diggs. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard
So
line.
2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Tight left. 3 down, 3 down.
Switch to go.
They run the counter. It's Cook. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
55 to Mike. Here we go, here we go.
2.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And that might just cement it. A return for a